Welcome back to the house, everybody. So we got to go ahead and talk about this story regarding Mr. Andy Cohen, the executive producer of all of the Housewives shows. He is confirming that RHOA is pretty much going to have a 6-person cast. It's not the 7-person cast that we were hoping for. I guess light skin Keisha did not pan out, which I thought from the very beginning that was a very silly and dumb idea. I don't know who these producers are who are coming from Potomac and coming up with these ideas about light skin Keisha. Okay. There is such a thing as dumb ideas. Okay. Some ideas just need to stay in the head. Just keep it in your head. Keep it right here. Because that producer who suggested that needs to be fired immediately. Like, are you dumb in my Remy Ma voice? Light skin Keisha for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. Coming off of the heels of Fallon with the golf club and LaToya talking about 3 babies by 3 different baby daddies. Is y'all really trying to turn this show into Love and Hip Hop? I just don't get it. Okay, I just don't get it. It's like you bring on these ratchet ass women, which there's nothing wrong with being ratchet. That's why we have platforms like VH1 and Zeus. But you bring on these ratchet women, and then once they show up to the reunion, i.e. LaToya, wearing some silk Savage X Fenty lingerie that she got from Greenbrier Mall, and they start acting a fool, then Andy wants to be like, this ain't that show. Well, what do you expect when you hire a Love and Hip Hop star and a YouTuber? But anyways, you guys, Andy Cohen did an interview with Entertainment Tonight, and he was talking about some book or some TV show that he's doing. Honestly, I don't care. I have no interest in Andy Cohen at all. If he's not flirting with the black men at the bars in New York City or talking about housewives, it doesn't really tickle my fancy. Anyways, so he was talking to E.T. and he did mention the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 and basically confirmed that it will be a 6-person cast. Now, like I said, it's not the 7-person cast that we were looking for. Our Love and Hip Hop ladies did not fare out. LaToya did not fare out from what I've been hearing. However, if the cast ends up being 6 ladies, then that would be the same amount of ladies that we had before in season 13 plus 1, which means that there is a possibility that we will get everybody back plus Sheree, right? Because we know Sheree has been rumored to be joining the cast, which Andy Cohen did mention Sheree in the interview. I think he basically said, he would love to see Sheree back or something to that effect. But yeah, there is a possibility that we could get everybody plus Sheree, which would include Cynthia, who should have been fired 4 years ago. That would include Candy, who hasn't done anything since Phaedra and Portia slandered and defamed her name. That would include Kenya, who is going to have the same exact storyline that she had for 12 and 13, which is getting a divorce from Mark Daly, the man with the diamond nose ring in his nostril. But also, if we eliminate, the women who have been rumored to be fired or quitting, then that would leave us with Sheree, Candy, and Kenya, and then 3 new ladies, because I've been hearing that Drew is kind of like a toss-up at this point. We all know that Cynthia has been rumored to be fired or demoted, which, fingers crossed, I hope that's the case, If we do see Cynthia back with a peach, it probably is because one of the women that they have failed to sign a contract with just didn't pan out for whatever reason. And then we know that Portia has been contemplating quitting the show, which according to Tamara Tattles, again, has said that that's just a gimmick to get more money, which Portia, you better watch out, sis, if that is the case, because if we've learned anything from our good sis Nene, it's that everybody is replaceable when it comes to Bravo. With that also being said, and I'm going to get off on this subject in a little bit, Marlo. We could see Marlo, like I said, again, I think Cynthia and Marlo are in the same position where if we see those 2 ladies with peaches, it basically means that someone else just did not work out. And so the production company is grasping for straws at this point. So let me know how you guys feel about the entire situation in the comments down below. All right, so before we log off, of course, I wanted to talk about Blueprint, I wanted to talk about BET Presents The Encore. I believe the finale airs tonight, so let me know in the comments if you guys have been watching the show, if you guys are going to tune into the show tonight, their EP dropped this morning, I believe, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put up the EP cover on the screen. Now, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought that the album cover looked really cute. That was my first, thought when I saw this. I was like, wow, everyone looks good. I love the wardrobe. I love the graphic of the blueprint up top. I think everything looks fabulous. Now, the second thing that I noticed, besides the fact that the cover was cute, was the fact that Miss Pamela Long from Total, I believe, is nowhere to be found. Pam, sis, where are you? Okay, we see Shamari on the far left. Then we get the twins, Felicia and Fallon. And then, of course, we had the girl who didn't even want to be in the group, Miss Keely Williams from the Cheetah Girls. So what happened to Pamela? Okay, what's going on? You mean to tell me that Pamela pulled a Keely and Keely couldn't even pull a Keely? Okay, because at this point, it was really Pamela being the creative director. Okay, when Keely was going to be in the group the whole time. It's like they switched roles, right? And I guess it's because Pamela really did not want to sing secular music. She's a reformed lesbian and drug user. And I guess she's totally wanting to change up her image. And so she doesn't want to get up on stage and wear a bra and panties and sing about getting fucked upside down. So anyways, y'all, go ahead and check out the EP if you haven't already. The actual music is really not that bad. I don't know if I would give it a second play. However, on the first play, it was decent, okay? But just to give the girls some critiques, I feel like Shamari was singing too high throughout the whole entire EP. Okay, she has a nice little, what do you call that? Not soprano, but what's the one below soprano? Alto. Yes, I think Shamari is an alto, if I'm getting that right. And she's just trying to belt out these really high notes that I did not appreciate. And her voice was very shaky and pitchy, in my opinion. Okay, so we saw her on the last episode trying to sing all of these high notes, and she was struggling. And it really did show in the final product. So I think Shamari was singing too high. Keely admitted on the last episode as well that she is not a vocalist. And it shows. Keely is the worst singer of the group, obviously. And she sounded a hot ass mess. Okay, I'ma just be honest about the situation. She sounded a mess. Now, it wasn't bad to where I had to turn the track off, right? It wasn't bad to the point where it's just like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, of course, they put some auto-tune on it and they did whatever they did. Okay, shout out to Cohen because he did a miracle with Shamari and Keely's voices. But Keely just sounded awful. Okay? Awful. A vocalist with no vocals. How dreadful. And then I believe my favorite song on the album was Skeletons, but I think that was everybody's favorite from the inception of the show. So like I said, if you guys checked it out, let me know how you guys feel about the entire album in the comments down below. So I'm going to go ahead and log out right here. Of course, I'll be back in a couple of hours with a whole new video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you guys a little bit later. Love you, and don't forget to create a great day.